If you think sodium-ion batteries are just coming out of China or they're just a China thing, then no, think again. America is finally getting its own sodium-ion gigafactory. This is its first. And the numbers behind this thing tell you everything about where grid storage is heading. A company called Peak Energy has just announced a 183,000 square foot manufacturing plant in Sacramento, California. This will be the first production site in the United States dedicated entirely to making sodium-ion energy storage systems for the grid, not for cars, just for the grid. So no lithium here, just sodium. And once this battery factory is running at full capacity, this plant will pump out 4 gigawatt hours of battery systems every single year. That's enough storage capacity to supply electricity to around 4 million households. Now, you might be thinking 4 gigawatt hours, that's good, but not massive. And you've got to say, well, this is the beginning. It's the first big factory of its kind. Now, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you'll know I've been saying for years that sodium ion is the sleeping giant of stationary storage and for EVs. Cadle and BYD have been pouring billions of dollars into this chemistry in China, and the reason is simple: economics. It's not because of feelings or, hey, this is new, let's give that a go. It's just economics. Sodium is everywhere. It's dirt cheap. You're not digging lithium out of the ground in Chile or Australia, I should say, can't even pronounce my own country anymore, and shipping it halfway around the world. And for grid storage, where energy density doesn't matter, the way it does in a car, it's not irrelevant, but it's far less important. In this situation, sodium makes enormous sense. What's been missing is anyone in the West actually manufacturing this stuff at scale. And that's about to change. That's what makes this announcement actually very significant. On the Electric Viking website, I'll put a link in the description below. We have more articles about electric cars and battery technology than any other website that I'm aware of in the world. So check that out. Link is in the description. And there you'll find our videos and analysis and articles about everything going on in the EV world. Let's talk about the batteries themselves, though. What are they making? There are two numbers here that utilities are going to love. Peak Energy says its sodium-ion storage system reduced the cost of energy storage by 20% and come with a 99% guaranteed uptime. And here's the clever bit. This is interesting. The systems are passively cooled. No fans, no liquid pumps, no mechanical cooling components whatsoever. Think about what that means for a battery installation sitting in a field for 20 years. Fans fail, pumps leak. Every moving part is a maintenance bill waiting to happen. Strip all of that out and your long-term operating costs will drop dramatically. That's not a lab theory either. Back in August 2025, Peak connected a sodium ion pilot system directly to the American grid using a sodium iron phosphate. Interesting tech, isn't it? Sodium iron pyrophosphate chemistry. At the time, the largest operational deployment of that specific chemistry anywhere in the world. Now, the money. Building and equipping the facility involves an initial capital expenditure of $71 million US, supported by $10.5 million Cal Competes tax credits that California awarded in May this year. Over the next 18 months, the factory is expected to create 240, well, they said 239, but let's just round it up by 240 local jobs in assembly, logistics, and technical operations, with flow-on benefits for parts suppliers and freight companies across the region. Peak ran a nationwide site search before landing on Sacramento's Metro Air Park, prioritizing access to industrial workers and logistical links to Western power grids. First production and shipments will take place in the first quarter of 2027. Here's the part that tells you that this isn't vaporware. Well, one, this is a lot of money. Two, Peak is entering the market with 6 gigawatt hours of advanced product orders already under contract from industrial buyers. 6 gigawatt hours of orders. That's a year and a half of full production capacity sold before the factory is even built. That's a pretty compelling order book, a year and a half of orders. Why do they have these orders? Well, because AI data centers are absolutely hammering American electricity grids right now, and utilities are desperate for storage they can deploy fast and run cheap, and for storage that lasts a long time. As you know, sodium-ion cells genuinely get well over 10,000 cycles. Peak CEO Landon Mossberg said this facility is proof that America can lead not just in inventing the technology, but in building it at scale. Lead, I don't know if I'd call this leading, but it's still cool. Lowering electricity bills, he went on to say, while creating high-quality jobs. And look, I'll say this, 4 gigawatt hours a year is still small compared to what CATL and BYD are doing with sodium-ion in China and what they will do, but that's not the point. The point is the cost curve. When storage gets 20% cheaper and maintenance costs collapse because there are no moving parts, renewables plus storage beats everything else on pure economics. Not ideology, economics, cheap sodium batteries, soaking up cheap solar in the middle of the day in California and feeding it back at night. That's the future of the grid. On the entire planet, 90% of the world's population lives on the Sun Belt. And now America is finally building these batteries at home. This is fantastic news. Let me know what you think in the comments. And thank you to our Patreon supporters and YouTube members. This channel, I couldn't do what I do without you. Thinking about getting solar, a home battery, or an EV charger? Check out Australia's best free comparison tool, because it could save you a lot of money. Guys, click on the link below in the description and you can see how much you can save. Alternatively, give Resync a call. They are the guys who installed my battery and my home solar. I'll put a link to them as well in the description. Need expert advice on what car to buy, what solar system to get, what home battery to get, or potentially for your business? You can get, guys, a one-on-one consultation directly with me, 60 minutes of tailored guidance. This might help you avoid making a huge mistake spending money when you shouldn't, or potentially save you a massive amount of money. Click the link in the description below because I can assist you, and why not? The link is in the description.